welcome back. Today we have a new video about JavaScript. In this series, we try to make a tutorial on how JavaScript actually works. This means also that we answer the questions that you may face in any JavaScript related interview. So today you have been asked, or we have been asked, what are the differences between object and map? I don't know if you see before. Maybe if you look to my leak code videos, I used to use a lot of maps, and also I used to use a lot of objects. But they look like the same because object and maps are both used to store data, but they have different characteristics and use cases, and we want to talk about them. I guess they have four main differences. For example, let's just try to talk about the key type. Okay, so let's create an object. So in JavaScript, if I want to create an object, so it will const object, which will equals an empty object, and you can add the key, const key, which equals a equals 1, for example, and object.key, for example, will equals value, and if you console.log this object.key, you'll get value. So here, object in JavaScript, object keys are limited to strings and symbols. Objects automatically convert non-strings key to strings. Okay, so this is how the key work. This is how to assign it, and this is what will happen if we console log object.key. We got the value. Let's just try to create a map. So I'll const map equals new map, and I will say map.set key equals value, and if I console log map.get, I will get the value. So this is the first change on how we establish any one of them. Also, you can just get rid of this one if you want, but I'm just putting this one to tell you how the key works, actually the key value pairs, how they look like. Let's talk about the second difference, which is the order of key value pair. So objects, the order of the key value pairs is in an object is not guaranteed to be maintained. In most modern JavaScript environment, properties are iterated in the order they were added, but this behavior is not guaranteed by the language specification. Okay. Otherwise, in the map maintains the order of the key value pairs, making it suitable for scenarios where the key order matters. So, for example, let's just create an object 1. It has b1 and b2. So if I try to make like a for loop for const key of in object, key in object 1, and we have console.log, we have ab. However, not like that, I guess. Oh no, sorry, we will have ab, not ba. A b, and however the order may vary, may change. In the map, like the map maintains the order of the key value pairs, making it suitable for scenarios where the key orders matters. So let's create a map, and I will add I'll create this map with 2 elements. Let's just say 5 and oh, not like that. Yeah, exactly. But no, I want the opposite. I want it to be the opposite. Okay. So if you do like for yeah, that will work. And if you consider like the key, you will you find the A and B, because order is always guaranteed. The third thing that may be different is the size tracking. So for example, if you have like in the object, to get the number of the properties in an object, you need to manually count them. So let's create an object 2, b1, b2, let's create like c3 and d4, and I will create console. Yeah, so console.log object keys dot object 2 dot length, and it will be 4. However, if I did in the map the same thing in the map, let's create a map. So const map 2, let's create it like that, and it will be console.log map.size map2.size directly, and I'll get 4. Other difference, it will be the iterating over entries. Oh, what did I do? Yeah. Other different, it will be iteration over entries. Okay, let's call it over entries. Over entries, yeah. So in the object, to iterate over the key value pairs of an object, you need to use the methods like object.keys, object.values, or object.entries. So for example, if I create a const object tree, it goes like that, and I'll try to loop through it. So for yeah, exactly. So for key value, object.entries, object 3, and for each one, I'll try to key value. Yeah. So in this one, there is no need to have this comment. However, in the iteration for the map, it's slightly different. So const map, let's call map 3, and let's make a map dot for each. And yeah, and let's just say console $key value. It's just like that. In the map, actually, map provides built-in methods for iterating over its entries, such as for each or for off. Okay. So I guess the fifth thing that we can talk about is the performance. The objects are optimized for common use cases like property access, for simply key value storage. Objects can be more performed. Maps are optimized for scenarios where keys can be various types and maintaining key order is important. They can be slower for basic key access compared to the object. So basically, let's just try to recap everything. So objects are similar to maps. In both, let you set keys to values, retrieve those values, delete keys, and detect whether something is stored at a key. Due to this reason, objects have been used as maps historically, but there are important differences that make using map preferable in certain cases. The keys of an object are strings and symbols, whereas they can be any value for map, including functions, objects, anonymous, and any primitive values. Second, the keys in map are ordered, while keys added to the objects are not. Thus, when iterating over it, a map object returns keys in order of insertion. Third, you can get a size of the map easily with the size property, while the number of properties in an object must be determined manually. Also, a map is an iteratable and can thus be directly iterated, whereas the iterating over an object requires obtaining its keys in some fashion and iterating over them. Also, an object has a prototype, so there are default keys in the map that could collide with your keys if you are not careful. As of E6, this can be bypassed by using a map or like object.create null. By this, seldom done. A map may perform better in scenarios involving frequent addition and removal of a key value pairs. So that's it for today's video, and I hope you like my description. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will never miss a video, and see you in future problems.